So what was it like for me to receive a diagnosis of cancer at such a young age? Nothing could have prepared me for it. I certainly didn't anticipate that being the outcome of the surgery, nor did the surgeon. So that evening when he delivered the news to me, it was pretty evident that he had experienced some emotion prior to coming into the room to deliver the news. And when he delivered it, his words were explicitly, "Josie, I don't know how to tell you this, but it is cancer, and it is malignant, and it is stage 3. And I remember looking at him in a state of kind of shock and confusion and not understanding, hearing the words but not really understanding the significance of the words. And my then husband, who was sitting beside me, fell apart, and I watched him react. And I sat there quietly looking at my doctor. I decided straight away, without really knowing what I was doing, that I wanted to live. And given my experience since then, 22 years ago now, the first question I ask anybody, whether I'm coaching them in a corporate context or whether I'm working with cancer and leukemia patients and their families, is what do you want? And oftentimes, especially now that I understand how the brain works with my studies in neuroscience, our default position is to know what we don't want. So intuitively, what I knew is I didn't need or want time to think about it. I needed to act, and I needed to act swiftly. Resilience is vital for individuals and organisations for many reasons. First of all, it really does enable an individual to bring the power base back to themselves. At the end of the day, we alone are responsible for our own sense of happiness or unhappiness, and we need to take responsibility for that. So as you know, life doesn't always go to plan, and I know that. And I've always held a belief that you can't always control what happens to you or what happens around you, but you can absolutely control how it affects you. It's important for individuals to learn resilience because it really is the determining factor in explaining why some people do bounce back from adversity and grow and learn and become better versions of themselves. And it also explains why some people continue to suffer and don't really move forward from challenges and adversities that happen from time to time. It's also critical for organisations to teach resilience to their workforce, because resilience will enable individuals to continue to contribute and do good work in the midst of competing priorities and the many stresses that they're needing to navigate on a day-to-day basis.